Hello guys, welcome to Just Vibey Vibes. Welcome to one of shows. Indian police killed Nigerian man. I'll just let you watch.
They no want show us coming off our border where they kill. But now God will fight for us. We talk, they say maybe we no talk. But this is the height. We no go green. If Nigeria made them deport us. No. This war go reach Nigeria. I no go green. A person family they just end.
Put them for Burna, they pursue and use this their stick. This their stick when they like cassava stick, use and take kill them.
We don't go green. It's too much. Police brutality is too much in India. Wait, see.
No.
You can see, for me, this is what I said. If our country is not good, if in our country we don't treat our citizens with respect, if things do not change in our countries, if we don't take the place in this world that we need to take with all the blessings that God has given to us, I am sorry, we'll continually be treated this way. There's not two ways about it. Will Indian police treat an American that way? Would they treat a British person that way? Would they kill them and then they are talking about it? Would they, would they do that? No, they would not. They will not. They will not go to the Chinese person that way. They can treat their own people that way because I think there's police brutality there too. But they would be careful of what country people they are treating that way. So when you're nobody to someone, they will treat you that way. It's the same thing, like, think about it. Most Nigerians that are talking, they have house helps in their house, someone else's child. They'll go and take a child that is, let's say, 8 years old, 9 years old, 7 years old, even 6 years old. They expect a child to cook, clean, do everything in the house. They treat the child like nothing. And then you want to complain about Indian police? I'm not saying what they're doing is good. But it's the same thing. If that child's family was rich, would the child even be with you? Or if the child even come for holiday with you, would you not be frying egg and giving the child, like juice, glass of juice, everything, you know what I mean, for the child? If your rich uncle or your rich auntie or, bring their child to you for them to stay for the holiday, will you not be giving them the best things? It's the same thing. We are the house helps. If you look at it in that section, we are the house helps. That underage asset that is beaten, that is flogged, that is maltreated, the one that you see on social media every time, that people, thank God now for showing that people are trying to rescue. So that is us. And our social media, like the people trying to rescue us, is the protesting that happens. And then those people trying, sometimes in this protest, they end up maybe losing their own lives or being arrested or one thing or the other happening to them. That is it. It is as simple as that. So until we decide as a nation to take ourselves out of the bondage that we've kept ourselves in, nothing will change in another man's country. You have to make your home good. You have to make your home the bed in your home. These people, they even treat us as rubbish in our own country. How many Indians are bosses that treat us like rubbish? And people still go to work every day for them. They don't do nothing. Oh, my family needs to eat. That's all I have to say. I rest my case. I rest it. And let's go to the next story. Which is Switch and Lucky Lies. It was so disheartening, to be honest, to see the amount of how people really feel and how stupid people actually really are. I'm sorry, I'm not one to call people stupid easily, but for someone to think that a live video, like live in IG video, like, have you ever seen where someone can doctor a live IG video? Please, when you see it, that you can go on someone's IG live and then the video is doctored, please, if you see it, let me know, because I need to know how they are doing it. For someone to think that, and it was not only DJ Switch that had video, lots of other people had videos. People were in hospital, people lost their legs. So you think that people's leg were, so the bullet somehow caused people's legs to be amputated, caused and entered people, you know what I mean? But all of a sudden nobody died. But so everybody, that bullet, it was so miraculous that they were shooting bullets, people's leg was amputated, people's hand, people, you know, lots of things happened to people, but somehow, somewhere, nobody died. Really. And like the whole, because the USA did not even say that nobody died though. They didn't say that though. They said that there is no there's a word they used. I've forgotten the right word. It's kind of like when you want to have a particular kind of treatment, like for instance, if you want to do laser, for instance, if you want to do laser, right, they will tell you, like laser hair removal, they will say, okay, you can't do it when you're pregnant. But there has been no finding that it is harmful for pregnancy, but just to avoid it, you can't do it, right? Because they've not, there's something they'll say it has not, there's no lot of study on whether it is cancerous or not, right? You see those kind of things a lot. It doesn't mean that it is not. What they were saying, oh God, there's a particular word that I'm forgetting. They were just being very, very diplomatic, if I'm being honest. But what they were saying was that they've not even done much research or something, or they've not really even looked into it like that. So I do not understand why everybody was just on, like, not everybody obviously, there were lots of, but I feel like most of them were paid for. There were people that already believed that it didn't happen, you know, so they were just there to, it was really, really sad, to be honest. And I saw a lot of people saying that Nigeria is not worth dying for, and I'm sorry, I kind of have to concur that, because I know, like, people that know me know that I always say, oh, you know, you fight for your country. Nobody should be dying for their country, like in this kind of, like, for just things like that. Not like people, obviously people would die, people have been dying, but all this, I'm not saying that nobody should die for their country, because the people are military people and then they die for the country, but some kind of stupidity is in a whole different level, whereby they would just, you know, the people that you're trying to fight for are so ungrateful. It's annoying, like, seriously, it is so annoying. I do not know what to say. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what to say when it comes to this. I was just disappointed. That's the right word. And then let's move forward to Burna Boy and Governor WIKE. Okay, I checked it online. I know some people were, like, a lot of people were up like, oh, Governor WIKE did this and that. Yeah, I don't know, maybe watch the video of Burna Boy talking.
I've never been in any kind of situation like this or any government house, so please forgive me for not understanding this. But yeah, I really appreciate you being here, and this is probably the biggest honor that would be bestowed on me, you know, since I was born, because it's one thing to win the Grammy, and it's one thing to be applauded everywhere else in the world, and it's another thing to be loved in your own home. That to me is worth more than anything I can get. So I appreciate you, my governor, for, you know, taking your time out to even do this, and my deputy governor and everyone in the house. I appreciate you.
Now that you've watched that, you see, it is really a great honor, and I'm happy that they did invite him, because he's son of my soul, you know, Riba's girl. Anyway, but I'm really happy that they did invite him, and I'm happy for everything that happened. And to be honest, I'm not going to bash the people that got the 10 million, because that is big money for them, and obviously they are really happy. Although the problem now that I have with that money is this: where's the money coming from? Because our politicians are the highest paid in the world. Our people are one of the lowest paid in the world. So what I am saying is that Nigerian politicians earn more than American politicians, UK politicians, any other country politicians. And the Nigerian people earn lower than, just recalling, we are like close to the end, close to the bottom. Maybe we earn the same, like, you know, other African countries, or maybe even lower than them. Some African countries. So at the end of the day, my thing is, his salary alone, he will be able to give those people that perform 10 million. So if he used this from his salary, then I am fine with it. But if it comes from the government pocket, then seriously, then now I'm side-eyeing him. And also, he's not paid civil servant their money. So pay them their money. I have family members that are civil servants. You've not paid them yet. There's no money to pay them. Why are you not paying them? So pay them their money. And please, can you guys just maybe still if you want, because the stealing part of all these things is not going to end in one day. But just try and do something too now. Do things. I know you're building flyovers and all that stuff, but do other things too, please. Try and, listen to people and see what they really actually need. Flyovers is good, and what you're doing, the one you're doing is good, but just do more. What do the people really need? People cannot be working now. This is why people in Nigeria don't take civil servant jobs seriously, because they don't pay your salary. Sometimes they can be owing you for a long time, months if they've not paid you. So why would you take that seriously? You have to have a second job for you to survive. That's why everything government owned is falling down. It's just as simple as ABC. So you guys need to do better, because seriously, my tired is tired. I am actually really tired. Like, I'm talking about this, but I'm just like, seriously, again? Now let's go to something else, I beg. Oh, Lagos police having body camera. I saw that, and I think it's a very good idea. I don't care what people are saying. Sometimes people like, you cannot win. You do this way. You like, yeah, I know who gave the order. I'm on that train. If you check my Twitter, you know that I'm on the NSAS train. Like, I'm all about that. I want things to change, and I see that as a vehicle for change. So yeah. But at the end of the day, the body cam is a good thing. But my problem is not the idea, it's the implementation. A good idea without implementation is nothing. It's like someone having business ideas. Like, I have lots of business ideas, I've not implemented them, so like those ideas are just there. And if I never turn them into businesses and things like that, then you were just ideas and it's dead. So the fact that maybe you now have what would I say? Let's say you now have maybe you've started. Let's say you say, okay, you want to start selling books or something, and then you buy the books. If you don't start actually selling it, start going around looking for who to buy, start thinking, should I put in Amazon and all those stuff. Don't do those things. The book will just be in your house. So my thing is, now that they've done this, it is good. But how many people are going to have it? And are these things registered to people's number? And it should also be in their cars. Let's even start there. And everybody should have it always at every time. As a citizen, what is the guarantee that when you don't see that in someone's body, what should you do when you don't see that? What should be and what would be the punishment of a police officer that do not have that on? And when they take it off, would they know that this officer has turned it off at a certain time? Or are they going to even check that the officer turned it off at the same time and see if the person was not supposed to be working at that time or should be working at that time? Would they be able, and if someone that's supposed to be working turn it off, would the person have punishment? What is it? How is that body cam going to help the citizens? For me, that is what I care about. It is a good idea. Every policeman in Nigeria should have one. Their vehicle should have it. Everybody should have it. If I even Nigerian citizens should even have one, if possible. Yes, with the way they are going, they should have one. Well, my thing is, what is the implementation? What do you aim to achieve? Because I heard in the video they were saying some. That reminds me, let me play the video. Sorry.
If I deploy this to all the law enforcement officers, I don't need to chase them up and down. I can sit down comfortably in my control room and get them. I can have my own social. Everybody can see what they're doing. You can see it's live. So we can be proactive to anything that is happening.
It's recording over there.
Yes, sir. It's recording over on you, and it's recording over there as well. And we can split the camera and we can split the monitor into the numbers of the law enforcement officer that we want to monitor. This is where we're going now, sir. I urge you with all due respect, sir, for the law enforcement officers, if they can have their own unit, a control room, whereby they check what is happening out there live. And God are the days, my word against your word, no. Your word against this, because it can be recorded live.
I'm sorry that I didn't play the video first. I was just a bit carried away. Okay, so I heard in the video that you can hear it too, that they were going to, some people are going to have it. He said some, but Who are the some? How many people are this some? How many was bought? And you know, so things like that, those are the things that we need to look into. And our policing, yes, body cam is good, but I don't think at the moment our structure is even done in a way whereby that is something that is going to be successful yet, because we have people that don't even wear uniform. Police just carry down for buses and arrest people. This is Lagos we're talking about, right? So Lagos news is always up front. I've never lived in Lagos. I've only visited Lagos once in my life, actually, in my whole life. Yeah, even when I travel, I've never landed in Lagos. So I always go from Abuja. So I've only visited Lagos once in my life, and I stayed there for maybe 2 weeks, I think, and then I came back. So I don't really know Lagos like that, but Lagos is everywhere that you can see. But my thing is, police are using downfall buses, police are using unmarked cars, they are not dressed in police uniform. You just see people with gun and they say we are police, then you don't know if they're armed robbers or if they're police, you know what I mean? You don't know if they're kidnappers or if they're police. You don't know nothing. They just do things unlawfully. Can we also, while this camera is good, can we start thinking of how to get that resolved? What is the process? Can we have people that we know that would, you know, that have a history of being straightforward in every workplace? You know, people that are straightforward people. Can we be able to find those people, put them together in a task force, and for them to be able to get to these people, that way they can even send people? You don't need to be honest, you do not need to. You need those straightforward people in that task force. Then you need to tell the citizens, I will pay you so and so amount if you can do this. People would be, you know, it doesn't have to be too much money. You say 2K or 1K if you can find such a person, a police officer doing wrong. People would take it as their job. Some people even know their neighbor that they don't like, that is going out in mufti. They would, you know, record them, find something and bring it in. And then they need to have people with hidden cameras that are going on this thing, seeing how these police officers are acting. Then they record them, they see their faces, they might even politely say what's your name if they want to say. If they don't want to say, they don't, you know, things like that. So that way we can, and they can be able to catch this and get them out of the job. Now what I'm saying, what is your name? Most of them don't wear their name tag or anything. They don't wear their uniform. And also, secondly, I don't even think there's a system whereby we can, because this world is very computerized, we can buy do we have the kind of computers that can actually do facial recognitions for all the police people? At least, even if we don't even start having citizens, can we start having for the forces like the police and every other forces? Can they all be in the system whereby if they do anything wrong, we can just use the camera and then the system can search the system and then find which officer is doing it, so that way you don't even need to say, okay, what was the person's name, what was this? The video alone, they've caught them. If we can do that, and then we can start cleaning up the system, the police force, and also changing the people's perspective. If people see that the police is changing, the people too will change, their perspective will change. So there are lots of things that need to be done with the policing. I've never been a police person, so to be honest, these are just things, because I really do think hard about our policing. I'm telling you, I really do, because I feel like they are one of the biggest problems that we have in Nigeria. In fact, Nigerians are the biggest problem we have in Nigeria. So that's why, for me, if you notice, most of my videos are about changing the mentality. We need to change our mentality. We need to have more self-worth, and we need to start loving people around us. Because you see people killing people for little money. I don't care if to you is millions. That millions, if you become a what do you call it, multi-millionaire, that money, maybe that 2 million, that 10 million will be nothing to you when you have 200 million. There was a time 100,000 naira was a big money for me. Now 100,000 naira might not be that much of a big money for me. There was a time 50,000 naira was so big, but now 50,000 naira might not be that big for me. You know, things change as your life, as you evolve, as you start earning more. All those things change. So at the end of the day, it's, you know what I mean. So all I'm saying is that we need to, you know, we need to change our mindset. We have to stop money. We love money too much. I'm not saying money is good, but the way we love money, we worship money more than anything. Whether you're, you know what I mean, no matter what religion you say, the way we worship money is too much. We worship it. Like, money is the goal. Nowadays, now you see all this relationship advice, like, oh, if someone is not adding to your life, and when they mean adding to life is money. Because adding to your life could just be happiness. Adding to your life could be someone that gives you peace. Adding to your life could be someone that supports your goals. Adding to your life is someone that even just tells you every morning that you look beautiful. Every day tells you how beautiful, and that is self-esteem. Adding to your life does not have to be money, but you see that every time, and it is draining. Okay, so now let's go to this. Will just lead me segue to the Yahoo Boy song. I saw that video and I was really, really disappointed, to be honest. Really, really disappointed. That is one of our biggest problem, money. Look at how they're hailing a little boy for buying a car. Where did he get the money from? Anyway, one thing I know is that EFCC is knocking on his door. So they shouldn't have even done that. That was even very dumb of them to do. But anyway, look how they're hailing him. I know today my energy is not high because I'm just tired. To be honest, I am really, really tired of all this rubbish. I'm tired of them. So you see, little boy has bought the car. Everybody's happy that he bought the car. Where did he get the money from? Nobody's asking. Everybody's just happy that he bought the car. Okay, then now I'll go to Zamfara. They saw gold and the people were there digging the gold. My problem with all these natural resources that they do find, like gold and all that, the more they find things, the more insecurity the place has. So we need to try and actually just secure the north, because there are lots of resources that has been found north, but there has to be security now. I don't know, I'm really, really worried for the northerners. As much as I'm worried for the southerners and the easterners and the westerners, I'm worried for the northerners a lot, because at this moment they are the ones feeling the brunt of the insecurities. We are the ones feeling the brunt of the police brutality and all the other stuff, but they are feeling the brunt of all these bandits and all that stuff. It's them that are suffering from it the most. So I'm really worried for them. And the gold thing, I just know that Nigerian government have already sent army to come and secure the place, and maybe anybody said that even got gold, they will come and even be getting it from them. So these people should not have even bothered themselves, to be honest, except they know how to, they shouldn't have even bothered. I hope nobody died from that. They just maybe came and secured the place safely and not harm anybody. That's all I hope for. And the Plateau State, the market that burned down. I'm so sorry for everybody that lost their goods, and God, that would be really, really hard. This can even lead more people now to poverty, considering that the whole world is even going through food shortage at the moment. I don't know, that was really, really sad. I'll just put the picture by the side. It was really, really sad for me to see. I really, really felt bad for them, because these are people's business, that people's way that they earn money. This is their daily bread. So it sucks, meaning really sucks when things like that happen. So a lot of people say it sucks balls. It does suck when things like that happen. So I'm really, really sad for them, and I hope there's a way that maybe our government, we can start maybe compensating people. Farming is a very big thing. We need to have farming schemes. I know maybe there are some, but we need to, when things like this happen to people, then maybe they should be compensated so that they can still continue their life and not just go from, because in Nigeria it's very easy to go from, at least not even from rich, or from just even being just a little bit not poor to the lowest of the low. It's very easy because things are not stable. I say that's why when I see people on social media, they insult people and say, oh, you're poor, you've not eaten. Almost everybody is just one real sickness or one real hard time or one real bad luck away from poverty, if you look at it very well. Because if you have sickness, there's no free healthcare. By the time you have big sickness, you go and you spend money for health. By the time you're done, you've sold everything. Some people have. Or by the time you lose, like those people that they lose their yams and all that, maybe that's poverty, maybe, So it's just one little thing. So that's why my heart is always there. Like, I'm really worried for it. Okay, then now let's go to this. This one is like, cruise. This couple, you can see the picture. Oh my God, because the road is bad now. They decided to enjoy their honeymoon. No car is coming. They know that they are safe in that road. No car, no police is even coming there, because there's no car for them to collect money from. So yeah, so then they decided to put their bed there, and that was just so I loved it. Yeah, I really loved it. And I saw that picture. I said, this is everything I'm talking about now. Actually, is last week a lot of things just happened too much. So I was just like, okay, some of the things I'm just gonna divide them. Well, some of them are this week, but some of them are last week. So that was really, really good. At least that is not like a fun note. Like, it looks like when people travel to Mars or something, what you expect the place to be like. Yeah, but that is Nigeria for you. This is Nigeria. Look how we're doing now. Bad road everywhere. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this one-off show, and maybe I tell you some things that maybe you didn't know about. And I hope that if you have any comment, please comment, because I would like to hear people's ideas on things sometimes. Like, comment on the YouTube, because sometimes it also encourages other people to reply to you and to comment also. Because even if you send me a personal message, other people might not reply to you, you see, because they don't see my personal message. Okay, bye bye, I'll see you some other time.